Here we go. Time for something heavy outside our Beacon Hill studio. Cosmo Macero of O'Neill & Associates, Peter Kagis of the Boston Phoenix. Fellas, the first question is obvious. Do you have all your canned foods in your basement? Because Doomsday is coming Friday. It's sequester time, Cosmo.
Doomsday could always be coming, so we're always well stocked in the Macero household. How about you, Peter?
Always well stocked.
Are you worried about this sequester thing? Is it going to be the end of democracy as we know it? What's going to happen on Friday?
I think the unseen impact is that a lot of middle-class families are going to be hit. You know, military families, there's a lot of concern about the military budget here, the defense budget. One of the cuts that will cut deep is benefits and everyday things that military families rely on, whether they're retirees or active duty. Their commissaries are going to be cut. A lot of things that they rely on are going to be reduced significantly, things that aren't going to impact us. And I think that's something to be accounted for at the time we're in right now.
Well, first of all, this is not a government shutdown.
It's across-the-board cuts. Yeah.
It's across-the-board cuts.
Percentage rate.
And it's going to take a while to filter through. So nothing big is going to have happened by Saturday morning.
Well, Napolitano told us the country's going to be less safe. We hear thousands of teachers are going to be laid off.
Well, the teachers is a different issue. But look, here's the math. Roughly, the economy's on track to add about 2 million jobs this year. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the sequester is going to cost us 750 jobs, 1,000 jobs over the course of time. That math is simple. That means that the economy is going to grow less robust.
On the other hand, don't you guys get the sense that unless we actually go through one of these sequesters and one of these cuts, these guys are never going to get it down there?
It was implemented as a line in the sand, and we're about to experience it. And it's not like the government shot down to the debt ceiling where there's this wall we're going to hit. Like you said, it's a minimal percentage, but across the board of the entire budget, there's that reduction that really impacts so many different facets.
We do have a $15 trillion deficit,
This is going to hit in Massachusetts differently than it does in other states. I think there's going to be a disproportionate effect on middle-class jobs here because scientific and medical research is going to be cut. So there's going to be more of a middle-class hit here in Massachusetts than in other states.
All right, let's get to another topic right down there. City Hall. John Connolly, city councilor in Boston, has announced that he is running for mayor. Two-part question, fellas. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances he has to win that seat? On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances that this is the beginning of the end of his career, as it has been for everyone else who's taken on top?
Look, I watched his announcement. Very impressive, focusing on public schools as an issue. I know him a little bit. He's a smart guy. He's a dedicated public servant. I always wonder here what the end game is, not for the campaign, but for the politician. If the mayor is in this, like many people expect, his chances is virtually none. And you think about Peggy Davis-Mullen and Maura Hennigan and Michael Flaherty and all those who have come before him who saw it as a platform to launch them, and they haven't really
They launched them right out of the state in some cases.
So I think that's the risk. If he's taking a calculated risk that the mayor somehow will not run, well, maybe smarter than we think.
The odds are against John Connolly, but I think he's entered the race more strongly than any of the other candidates have. He's not a sorehead candidate. Those other people you mentioned, maybe with the exception of Sam Yoon, but they were all soreheads. They all had a beef with the mayor. Connolly's disagreements with Menino focus on policy, not personality, and that's a plus for him. As to what happens if he does not win, he's got a law degree, he'll practice. I don't know. I think this may be a classier campaign than other
If Menino doesn't run, do others back off because Connolly's in, or does it become a free-for-all?
I don't know if they back off, but I think the bet he places pays off in some way because he's in early, he's in credibly on important issues like education, so I think it benefits him. Does he scare away the other candidates? I don't see how that happens.
I don't think he scares them away, but he'll have more money. He has an organization. I mean, he didn't just wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to run for mayor.
Or yesterday, for that matter. Peter Kagis of the Phoenix, Cosmo Macero of O'Neill & Associates. They're the hitters. Fox 25 News.